Hi, we are going to start with the steps. What are the required steps to develop like a REST application by using Spring Boot? Okay. So the REST application we are going to develop REST web services. I mean to say. So how to develop by using like a with the Spring Boot? Already, for example, we know. For example, what I mean to say, to develop like a REST application, it is providing like a some annotations. If it is a web application, definitely what is required, what are the annotations are required, Spring Boot or Spring, whatever it is finally. So of course it may be Spring or Spring Boot, whatever it is. Definitely the class is annotated with which annotation. For example, I am developing like a some which controller, like a employee controller. So what is the use of like a employee controller? To get the all the there are a different functionalities are there. What are the functionalities? Like a get employees is the one functionality, and update employee is one more functionality. Okay, get employee is one function and update employee is one more function, and moreover what are the functionalities are there for employee according to employee? Like delete employee, delete a employee. These are the functionalities are there, like a get employee, update employee, delete employee. These are the functionalities are there. Like these are nothing but different kinds of endpoints. This is one HTTP endpoint. This is one more HTTP endpoint. Okay. So if you take like I am developing like a web application by using with a Spring Boot. That is our goal actually. So how to develop? Definitely the class. So for example, I am developing like a one class. To make this class as a controller class. How to make this class as a controller class? Which annotation we have to use to make that class as a controller class? We have to use like a @controller annotation. @controller annotation. The before steps is common. Of course, in case of Spring, whenever we are developing like any applications, the programmer has to write the responsibility web.xml file. And second thing, what he is going to write? The dispatcher servlet. He has to configure like a dispatcher servlet, and all the steps he has to configure not only dispatcher servlet configuration. He has to configuring like a handler mapping. Handler mapping, all these things we need to take care about the programmer. But here what is, of course here also we are developing like to make the controller class. How to make the controller class? By using like a @controller annotation. It's common only. So for example, this is the way. But if you are taking like a REST controller to make the as a REST controller, a class as a REST controller, how to make that one as? Because here always in case of the controller like a Spring Boot with web applications or a Spring with web applications, definitely the view page is always like a JSP or some other format like a HTML format like this. That means it is if you take like any function, for example get employee function or update employee function or delete employee function, generally it is returning like a one object. What is the object it is going to return? Model and view object. Already model means data, view means like the representation, like it may be like any representation. For example, it may be like a JSP representation, HTML representation, any representation. Whatever we are going to get the data, either we may get the data into some database. For example, this is the get employees there. In the database I am seeing like in the database is there. In the database there are many employees are there, like many employees like EID, E-number, like E-name, salary, like this. So how we are going to get all the employees, list of employees from the database? Actually in the controller too we are interacting with the service. From the service to we are interacting with the DAO. From the DAO to we are interacting with the database. Anyway, finally we are going to get like a list of employees. Where we are going to get the list of employees? Of course from the database only finally. So that data I want to show in the JSP page. How to show it? by using like a model and view object. So the return type of the model and view object, we have to return the model and view object. Model contains like a data and view contains like a representation. Okay, so how we are going to see, already we will see in the practical examples. By that you come to know how to save the data into the model, how to return like a model and view object. So, but whereas in case of a Spring Boot with REST applications, how to make as a class as a REST controller? Definitely the class, for example, I am developing like a student controller. This student controller must be annotated with the @REST controller annotation. There is a difference is there. So for example, it is a Spring Boot with a web applications. The class controller class is annotated with the @controller annotation. But whereas in case of the REST controller, the controller class is annotated with the REST controller. Here only controller, here REST controller. Because what is the reason? What is the reason? It always returns like a model and view object only. But whereas here the data can be anything. For example, of course it can be like a XML data, it can be like a JSON data, it can be like a string data, whatever data maybe. So, but here always what is the response? What is the response we are going to get? A model and view object only. Model and view object only. I think, I hope you are getting my point what I am saying. So, I think, are you clear? You have any doubt? Just note down the things what I am explaining. If you have any doubts, you can reach me. And already we explained like why we have to go to the REST applications. The reason behind for the business to business communication. Like generally in case of any applications, like if you take like some railway applications, for example airline applications, definitely there is a communication with the different services. Generally if you take like a Abibus is there, Abib.com is there. In the Abib.com we are booking the some train ticket. So how it is possible? Whenever we are making a request to the Abibus.com, it's internally making the request to the irctc.com, so that this is nothing but a business to business communication is happening here. So finally, but internally actually the service is implemented here only. But how we are going to communicate through Abib.com? Not only Abib.com, we have like a many sites to communicate with the different services to get the details. So that is the reason the REST services, by using the REST services, we can send like a different type of a formats of a data. Like we have seen already, we send like XML data, we can send like a JSON data, we can send like a string data. So that one. So but whenever we are sending the data to the REST controller, it has to be converted as an object. Definitely it has to be converted as an object. Because unless until it converted like an object, the data can't be understood by the Java framework. So that is the reason there are a marshalling and unmarshalling is required. Marshalling and second one is nothing but unmarshalling. Marshalling means object to XML or anything. Okay. Unmarshalling means vice versa, probably XML to some object, otherwise JSON to some object. Okay. So these things can be done by the some annotation. That is the annotation is nothing but a request body and a response body. What are the annotations we are going to use? Request body and response body. Because already there is a difference. Controller and a REST controller. Controller always returns like a model and view object. But whereas like a REST controller gives like a different kinds of a formats. The response can be either it can be XML, either it can be JSON, either it can be string. How it is possible? That is the reason there is some definition is there. We can say like this. So how we can say like this? For example, @REST controller is equal to the @controller plus @response body. Okay. How to make this one? @REST controller is equivalent to the @controller plus response body. Actually, this response body and request body, which are having like a some converters. What it having like a, I hope you are getting my point. For example, request body and response body, these two are annotations. What does they do exactly? They are converting like a, for example, if you take like a request body, what it is doing, for example, from the client, from our application or a client, whatever it is, either the client can be like a browser also sometimes. Okay, if you are sending like a this this is the communication is happening, we are sending like a, here our application is running, this is our REST application. This REST application we are sending some data. How many ways we can send the data? XML data we can send, JSON data we can send, like a string data we can send, any data we are going to send it. This data, XML can be understood by the Java application. Definitely it can't understand like a Java application. So it has to be converted into some Java object. Who is going to do this conversion is nothing but a request body annotation. Okay, for example, if you are sending back to the client as a Java object, can you understand like a Java object? So generally nobody knows the Java technology, and users only knows the application only, but they don't know the internal things, what they are, how the implementation is internally happening. So that is the reason the Java object has to be converted into some format. Either it can be different format like a JSON format like this, like a key and value pairs, like employee ID colon, employee name colon, salary colon, like this. So how it is possible? By using these two annotations. What are the annotations? Request body annotation and response body annotations. These will take, internally they are using some converters. Of course, we need not learn the converters, what it is using internally, but finally it is using some converters to convert like a marshalling and unmarshalling. Okay, I hope you are getting my point, what I said, and just note down the things, whatever I have explained now, and it will be useful to you. After class is over, you just revise the things once again.